but you will obviously, like, you will never gain anything if you don't do the calculated risk of actually doing that. Take that first step of doing something, because the first step is always the difficult part. So always the most fearful one is that first step, and the rest are very easy. We don't really look into our greatest potential. We don't look into growth. We don't look at new opportunities when we are stuck in our ego's way of thinking. So I think firstly, it's a very good point in the sense of the monetary value, and that's only a part of the success. There's a saying that says, a bad day for the ego is a very good day for the soul. And we don't really look into our greatest potential. We don't look into growth. We don't look at new opportunities when we are stuck in our ego's way of thinking. And when everything goes good, we don't look at what may go wrong in our business and what may go wrong and why do we need to grow when our business are successful. But that's exactly when you need to grow, is when your business are actually successful, because that's the biggest chance of you going to a failure when you are on your peak and busy in success.
Hi, Jasper Basson here. I just wanted to remind you about the Daily Entrepreneur Tips series. It's a business growth series for entrepreneurs and contains financial information and also information to grow you as a person and your business, because we will never grow our business any higher than we grow ourselves. So click on the link below and I will send you daily information to grow you as a person and your business, and it's for 365 days of the year.
The more you discover that purpose, the more you open yourself to that. Actually, the universe, God, actually guide you towards that purpose more than, like you said, more than you can figure out with your head. So I think when we start opening ourselves up for the universe and for God to bless the situation and just be open for whatever need to happen, like the saying go, wherever you are is exactly where you're supposed to be. So let that moment, let the presence create the moment and the magic that it's supposed to create for you at that stage. So yeah, I think more of us can start living in the magic. It's just merely trusting the universe, trusting God, whatever you believe in, but trust it, because it all comes back. Abundance doesn't matter what you believe in. Everything comes back in the sense of abundance. When you give and when you trust, you get back. But let's go to people, places, pursuits. It's something that's really served me a lot, and I need to give credit to one of my mentors, Robin Sharma, for this. He calls it the joy of GPS. It's really by following your joy and let your joy be your guide or your GPS towards what you really need to do from your heart and from your soul. We are in a place where we so easily want to focus on and use our mind to try to control everything. I mean, if you look at everywhere, politics everywhere, we want to try to focus and to control everything with our mind. And if we can't start actually using our heart and our soul and start just spreading love, we can do so much more. And I think that's the core principle about your joy as a GPS as well. To really look what really fuel your joy, and just important, what are the things or the places, the pursuits that actually drain make your negative, the toxic people, the energy vampires. Those are the people that actually destroy your joy. So I mean, if you look at people, I always suggest to people, make a list of five people that gives you joy. And those 5 people are the people that want to raise you higher. It's not people that's jealous. People that want to raise you higher. They're the 5 people, I call it my 5 chimps. It's the 5 people that you surround yourself with, that you mirror them, the behavior of them would actually mirror you. And I think that's a very strong point to look into. But just as important as that, probably more important, is make a list of 5 people that deplete your joy. The toxic people, the naysayers. I remember even in my school days and my college days, I had always had this kind of entrepreneurial spirit in me and tried to do stuff. And I always had friends that told the naysayers that told me I can't do anything, or you shouldn't do that, or people close to me say, just point out all the dangers, all the risk of doing something. But you will obviously, like, you will never gain anything if you don't do the calculated risk of actually doing that. Take that first step of doing something, because the first step is always the difficult part. So always the most fearful one is that first step, and the rest are very easy. At least it gets easier as you go along. So be very cautious about those 5 people. Those 5 toxic people are actually a lot more important than the 5 influential ones in your life, because it's like a rotten apple. It's always easier to take you down than to raise you up. And we have a lot of naysayers in the world, and I'm sure you know that. So I think that's the first thing about people. Make sure, and that's something I've done 3 years ago. I really made a list of both sides, and I really dive deep into who are the people I really need to spend time with, and who I don't. And these days I do it constantly before any engagement with friends, potential friends, new friends, new clients. I assess them before the time, and I decide. I'm obviously very sensitive now because I do this on a constant basis, but I evaluate them even before they come into my life, personal life or business. Then places, similarly important, and that's not always just something specific. It can be a place, a town, it can be something. To give you a real example, me and my wife like to go to Palm Mountain every Tuesday with our dogs. Just the 2 of us having a date night walk, and just kind of time that we actually bond together. Good. I mean, you know the benefits of. I mean, you're also a very sport fanatic. You know the benefits of training, of fitness, being in nature, all the hormones that getting released. So very important, I think, to know that is my go-to place. If I need answers, you need to kind of just think about life, think about my business, getting solutions of potential problems. I go to the mountain, I just sit there, journal, walk in the mountains, and just without my phone, obviously, because I think that's the biggest thing for us as well. And then also towns that you like to visit, towns that how many times have you been to a specific town outside of your normal? I mean, you're currently in Thailand, I think. It just makes you so much creative. You get so many new ideas when you go on a 1-week break to some random new place. And once you've started doing that, there's certain towns, certain places that really you understand that just fuel your creativity. You just get inspired of doing more for your clients, and just doing maybe something different and getting new ideas. And then lastly, pursuits. I mean, pursuits can be in your personal life, it can be in your business. I'm at a place where I identify about 5 things that I'm really focusing on, and everything else I outsource. So I used to have a big team and try to do everything myself, and currently I have a very small team in the sense of who are around me every day, and a bigger team that's outsources, that really assists me on specific things, and that's experts on that. And the mere fact that I can do something doesn't mean I have to do it. So, and I think that's important. That's our ego that tells us we have to do it because nobody else can do it better than me. But if you want to scale, if you want to grow something, you need to be able to build a dream team around you, of people that you can trust and empowered to actually deliver, and sometimes they do deliver better than you because they're more focused on that specific thing than you.